Hey, what's going on? How is everyone doing out there? This is Uncle Steve's Lounge, and I am Uncle Steve, and I am happy to invite you in to the Sunday Chill, where we got a lot to talk about today. Um, Not a lot of stuff from the Falcons. Matter of fact, I'm going to the Falcons hotline. Let's see, is there breaking news from the Falcons today? The answer is no, not as yet. But something's got to happen because they've got to get under the salary cap pretty soon. I wanted to ask you three moves that you would make to make the Atlanta Falcons a successful organization for the 2025 season. I'm going to give you yours. You give me mine. We'll meet on the other side to talk about it here in Uncle Steve's Lounge.
You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. Gonna sit down, have a good time. You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge.
What is going on? How y'all doing out there? This is Uncle Steve, and this is Uncle Steve's Lounge here on a Sunday, March the 9th. We hope you are having a great day. Happy, what, daylight savings time day, I guess. Lost the hours sleep today. So hopefully everyone got on time. I mean, I was definitely not feeling that. I always feel it in the fall, obviously, when you get the hour back. But yeah, everybody has to get through this one day where at least you can say, you know what, gave that hour back. Let's move forward. Late night tonight. At least the sun is late what sun is out there at least is pretty dreary day today, very wet, but we are here and we are here to talk to you on Uncle Steve's Lounge. Obviously, a big day, big weekend leading into next week for the NFL, including our beloved Atlanta Falcons, as we sit back and wait to see exactly what type of moves the Falcons make. Are the Atlanta Falcons going to make any moves at all in the first week? Or are we going to be one of those wait for the next couple of days and make a couple of signings here and there? There are some roster spots to be filled on this team, and I'm pretty sure we're going to do it. The Falcons have to be in compliance here in the next 24 to 48 hours for the new upcoming season. I think it starts on Wednesday, actually. The new football season. Haven't heard any word as of yet about what the Falcons are going to do to get under the salary cap. Right now, we're about a little bit over $5 million over. So we will have to do something. And I'm sure that'll be coming down the pipes in a little bit. Going to have to make some room, whether that be by restructure or whether that be by, unfortunately, releasing some of your favorite players, possibly. It could be some of that. Or could be Unlikely, but it could be a trade of maybe uh, money, uh, money holding quarterbacks on our roster. No fault of his own. I know it's a very popular thing to dog out Kirk Cousins and everything, and obviously what he said in the last couple of months, especially at the Super Bowl, about kind of revealing that he was hurt, and it just seems like Kurt sticks his foot in his mouth with some things a lot. So I'm very discouraged to sometimes hear some of the things, some of the times, I guess his timing is bad. Remember the very first week he got signed and he blew it with that. And I think that cost us, what, a 5th-round pick. Now he comes out. There's no telling. We still might get some discipline from this if the NFL wants to go that route. But I mean, I don't know, because there's still a question out there whether the Falcons even knew about that. But I want to look on the positive side. Is there any way that the Atlanta Falcons can get that albatross of a contract off the books in the next probably 5 days? I think the bonus for Kirk Cousins is due, if I'm not mistaken, I think is March 15th. If I'm not mistaken, let me look right here. I can look on his thing. Yes, 5th day of the league, which the league opens. I say the 5th day, so that league opens on the 12th, so that would actually be the 5th day. Can the Atlanta Falcons find a way to get him off of the books? It's gonna be difficult. I was looking at some teams earlier who I thought might be possible to do that when you start talking about Cleveland. But after what Cleveland did today, making Myles Garrett the highest paid non-quarterback ever, I don't think they're going to take on another $20 million of Kirk Cousins. And you think about another team that we thought could be out of the running because they were like number 6 in the draft, and that's Las Vegas Raiders. But they made a surprise move by trading for Geno Smith to reunite him with Pete Carroll. So that scratches off another team. Pretty much that leaves New York Giants, who hold not hope that Shador or Cam Ward will be available. And you're really doing a lot of hoping and wishing that other teams are going to need us. I just don't see it. I understand where the Falcons are coming from, folks. For everyone that doesn't realize what they're doing, they're trying to play possum a little bit, but it's almost like trying to play possum when the secret is already out. The Atlanta Falcons are stuck one way or the other with paying Kirk Cousins an extreme amount of money. It's just a matter of how you want to do it. If the Falcons say to heck with it and just cut him right now, that's $65 million dead cap that has to come off your books this year. That's a lot of money. And that doesn't leave a lot of money to maneuver with a lot of other things. Everybody heard about the alleged meeting this past Wednesday with Arthur Blank. And I'm pretty sure the meetings went something like, hey, Arthur, appreciate the check. That's what I do. I collect checks. Is there any way you can get me off this bad boy so I can try to start for a team? Arthur and company probably told him, say, hey, Kurt, appreciate you. All good. Thanks for the 6-3 for the first 9 games. Thank you for the 2 games against Tampa Bay, which really, to be honest with you, kind of made all his other numbers look much better than they actually were. But we're going to need you to stick around for a little bit just in case one of these teams need a quarterback. So I don't blame the Falcons. If you keep Kirk Cousins aside of the $10 million that you're going to pay him, you pay him $27 million base salary. That's better than a $65 million hit. And then next year, you can deal with all that. Next year, you can get him off the books. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, let me look what goes on. If you get him off of the books next year, it's only a $35 million dead cap hit. I'd much rather take that than take a $65 million cap hit this year, knowing that he's gonna be playing for somebody else. Yeah, I understand, y'all. You don't want him on the team. You don't want that attitude. You don't want him messing with anything that's gonna do with Michael Penix. But I get it. You at least try for the next couple of days. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It is what it is. But that's my 2 cents on Kirk Cousins. That's not really what I wanted from you. What I really want from everybody is to give me 3 moves that you can make for this roster that will make the Atlanta Falcons successful in the 2025 campaign. 3 moves that you say, and moves could really equate to whatever you want to, whether it be a certain person in the draft, certain free agent move, certain financial move, certain thing you're going to do. I want 3 things that you think the Atlanta Falcons can do to make this team a successful team in 2025. Just put that in the chat for me, and I will read them all. Well, before I do that, let me give you my 3 things that I would do. 3 moves that I would make to make the Atlanta Falcons a successful team in 2025. First thing I would do, unless they at the last second say, hey, I'm going to significantly restructure this contract to where I'm not being an overpaid defensive tackle, I give a heartfelt, respectful, like video package goodbye to the Falcon legend, Grady Jarrett. And also, I would give a semi-heartfelt, because he only been here 2 years, goodbye to David Onyemata. Neither of these moves are personal. As a matter of fact, if they're on the team, it's not going to hurt my feelings. But let me tell you what the cap hit for each, not the cap hit, the salary. Yeah, I'm sorry. The cap hit for both of these guys. Grady Jarrett counts for $20 million against this cap in 2025. Folks, I am a huge Grady Jarrett fan. Grady Jarrett, Man of the Year nominee last year. Grady Jarrett, good for the franchise. Nothing but a stand-up guy. Love to see him on the field. Always repping the Falcons. Great dude. But it's business in 2025. I can't pay him that much money. So unless we can work out a deal where we restructure that contract, he's got to go. David Onyemata, $17 million against the cap in 2025. It ain't personal, David. It's really not. He's done some decent work, especially the first year. Not his fault that we didn't pull through like we should have in 2023 and done some better things. He was solid for what he was. But I can't pay him that much money. Again, if we do a restructure, I'll welcome both of them back with open arms. Forget I said anything in the last 90 seconds, and we'll move on to 2025 with them making less than $10 million each. I would be willing to say as a fan, okay, that's a good move. Because you got to get younger too. Got to get younger on this line. All right, number 2. Sign a tier 2 edge rusher free agent to a multi-year contract from a pool that includes folks like Josh Sweat, Harold Landry, Chase Young, et cetera, et cetera. And when I say tier 2, what I mean is not, well, too late now, not Myles Garrett, not Hendrickson in a trade, because if you trade for Hendrickson, you're going to have to pay him. He's not coming here for a 1-year trial. He wants to move so he can play. Michael Parsons, I've been hearing people talk about that. Would love to have Michael Parsons, but if you're Michael Parsons and you just saw Max Crosby get paid $30 million a year and Myles Garrett just get paid $40, and Michael Parsons is saying in his heart of hearts, man, I'm better than Max Crosby. Matter of fact, next to TJ Watt and Myles Garrett, I'm not sure it's a more effective defensive player, edge rusher, than Michael Parsons in the game. So Micah's not going to, even if you trade for Micah Parsons, you got to pay him. So when I say tier 2, I'm talking about those guys one step below. Put Hassan Reddick in that category too. Guys that I can get maybe between $8 and $10 million. Got to get somebody significant. I can't play the Judon game this year again, even though we thought that was going to reap some beautiful things for us. I can't do that again. Got to get somebody significant to come in here, little younger, that can come in here and rush the quarterback. And the last thing would be number 3, sign a tier 2 cornerback, free agent, to a multi-year contract that includes a pool from DJ Reed to Shavarius Ward, Byron Murphy in that. Though a lot of people might argue Byron Murphy coming off this year might be the best cornerback coming out. I still don't look at him as a elite. He had a great year last year, but I don't look at him as elite. He's really good. Somebody we can get maybe between $10 to $15 million. That's the going rate, y'all. Sorry. You just saw what we paid AJ last year. So those are my 3 moves that I would do to significantly upgrade this defense. Notice I didn't make any moves on offense. I think the offensive part is good. If I had a number 4, if I did, it would be to try to talk Drew Dahlman in the stand. Not even just because, oh my God, we got to have him, but it'd be nice to keep that continuity of an offensive line that, folks, I know we saw a lot of sacks at Kirk Cousins last year. I promise you, I don't think it was all the offensive line's fault. But I love the fact that most of our line stays together and they're pretty good. One of the best as far as run blocking is concerned. And obviously having some younger legs on the other side might be a good idea. I threw my entertainment question in there tonight. If y'all want to talk about it, that's cool. I know everybody want to talk more about football today. But I was laughing. I was amazed. My son and I were talking about ballads and love songs on the radio today for them, not the oldies channels, not stuff like that. And I was just saying to myself, not even so much who, but why aren't R&B love songs popular with today's generation? Why? And I, and sometimes it makes me wonder, not that music is going to not make you be happy. Well, for some people it does. Music does things for me. But why is this generation below me and then the generation before them, dude, love songs just don't resonate with them? And are there love songs out there? Absolutely. But why is this generation not in tune with that? Why isn't there a premium on, let me just get a album full of love songs? And I mean more specifically in the R&B venture. I know there are Daniel Caesars out there. I know there are Bryson Tillers out there. For anybody thinks I don't know that there aren't some folks out there. But just why? Why is it not? And that's not a hit against rap. It's not a hit against hip hop. I'm not saying that. I guess I'm saying why is that such a lost art today? It's an interesting question. But more importantly, I want your 3 roster moves to make this Atlanta Falcons team a much better team. Gonna go to the chat. I appreciate y'all coming in here. Again, it's Uncle Steve. Y'all come holler at me. As you coming in, make sure y'all hit the like buttons. I'm gonna go down this chat as quick as possible. I see there's a few comments on here. Thank y'all for coming in here. I appreciate you. Demetrius Jeffrey in the house starting us off. What's going on, brother? How you feeling today? He said, are you going to do a mock draft before the draft? I probably need to get with my cohort, Mr. Lowe. I know we did one last year. So if he's not too busy singing background for me, I will absolutely be more than willing to join him on one of his mock draft ventures as we did last year. That was pretty fun last year, too. Dexter Blash in the house. What's going on, Dexter? What's going on? Would you trade Kyle Pitts for a future 3 or Henderson from Cincinnati? I would. Here's the problem. It's a great thought. Cincinnati just signed Jamicki. They just signed him back. They're not going to be in need of a pass catching tight end right now because they just put a lot of money into him. And remember, if we get Hendrickson, I would love it, but it's going to cost you. And if we don't have the albatross contract of Kirk Cousins solved, all of that is a pipe dream. So I would love that, Dexter. Would love it. But I think that's one of those, I wish we could, but I can't. That's one of those going into the car dealership and looking at the car that you want, but knowing that's not the car you can afford. That's where the Atlanta Falcons are right now. Hal Talbot in the house. What's going on, sir? What's shaking Cousins and Pitts in a 3rd for Garrett? I will tell you this again. Prior to Garrett signing that contract, obviously he's not going anywhere now. Prior to him signing that contract, I would have thought of that the whole time. Here's the problem. Now that Garrett is making such a huge number at that spot, Cleveland is not going to bleed. Cleveland is not going to take on a Kirk Cousins contract like we want them to. They're gonna draft with that 2nd round pick. They're gonna get either Shador or Cam Ward, and they're gonna get their young quarterback at a cheap price. Let the Deshaun Watson stuff figure itself out, and they're gonna move forward. They're not doing anything like that. Hey, got the aforementioned Big Low Country Sports in the house. What's going on, Big Low? Y'all make sure y'all check Big Low Country Sports out on his channel. He had an emergency coaches meeting the other day. It was extremely entertaining. Trying to keep y'all up on what's going on, what kind of new stuff we've been hearing, as far as talking a lot about Kirk Cousins on there as well. About the meeting he had the other day with Arthur Blank, which again these aren't things that I didn't think we were going to talk about. So I'm just happy that it's on the table. I'm hoping we can get a team to, meet Kirk's demands. I was telling my son, Lo, I was telling him the other day, I said, this is probably what's going to happen. What probably happened. He probably went into that meeting and said, man, go talk to Matt. Because remember in 2022, Matt had to go find his own partner to trade with and find Indianapolis. And I'm pretty sure they're telling Kirk Cousins the same thing because Kirk has the no trade clause. Hey, Kirk, if you can go find somebody, if you can seriously go find somebody to trade with, go do it. I'm good. So, hey, we'll see. Travis Preston says, hey, Unc, What's going on, brother? Is it talent or coaching that's been the biggest issue with the pass rush? It's like there's a pass rush curse on us. I'm hoping it's coaching. I really like the hire. I know a lot of people, I mean, the same old coach, the same. I like the Jeff Ulbrich hire. I would hope that we can do some things with that, and hopefully we can make some money moves and see what we got going on with that. So I don't know. We'll check it out. Hey, come down here. David Starks in the house. What's going on, David? What's up, Steve? Trade for a fourth and try to get Penix a deep threat. First 3 picks: Michael Williams, Siobhan Revel, ECU. I heard his name a couple of times, and Deion Walker, defensive tackle, Kentucky, signed Sherwood. Sherwood might follow Ulbrich anyway, so I wouldn't even rush for him. I think they're gonna get Sherwood. Sherwood sounds like somebody who wants to come here. Out of your Falcon mind in the house. What is going on, man? How you doing, brother? I don't know what it is, Mike. I don't know what it is, John, but it doesn't even matter. Both of y'all are always welcome here on Uncle Steve's Lounge. Always ready to hear the next chapter of what y'all guys are doing. So 2 of the really good guys, had a chance to meet them on a couple of occasions. Always good to holler at you guys. Hope everything is going well with y'all. Oh, I got a super chat in here. I didn't even see that. I have a super chat here from my buddy Big Low Country Sports. I'm gonna give him something special here.
Walk by every day. Uncle Steve here to stay. Wanna read super chat? If Uncle Steve's my name, I know that I can make you smile.
Yeah.
Or another one steals your heart.
Can't get that in Big House Basement. Big Low's basement.
Lounge, say that you'll never be apart.
Yeah, that's the smooth sounds of Uncle Steve. But if you would have heard real back in the far distance, like, hold on, listen to it. That's Bigelow singing background. Listen. Yeah. Just like he liked them, soft. Appreciate you, brother. He said, of course we can do a mock draft, Unc. And thank you so much for singing background on my Grammy-nominated song, Snooze. Y'all make sure y'all check out that on Bigelow's video on YouTube. Actually, it's on his Facebook page if you're on Facebook. I know I had an uncredited cameo on there. I'm gonna make send my lawyers after him. I'm gonna send the same lawyers that Marvin Gaye had, his estate had against Robin Thicke. Go get that featuring credit that I'm supposed to have on that song. But that's some funny stuff. Y'all make sure y'all check Low out, man. He got some good things going on there. So okay, so y'all heard it. So we are gonna do a mock draft. Stay tuned. Hear what we got going on, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you as always. Hooking me up. Monte Carlo in the house. What is going on, Carlo? He said, I think they're gonna keep him because they planned for already. Make him sit on the bench, sign an undrafted, and make Kurt quarterback 3. Hey man, in a good world, I think you would. Bigelow says sit him on the bench. A lot of people, I mean, I'm trying to tell you. It's not a bad idea. It's not. So $65 million. I know everybody like, just get him out. Just get him right. Yeah. Look, I'm going to tell you, if somebody is disgruntled, that'll make them want to change their own contract sometimes. If he really, 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 really wants to get out of here, he'll figure that out. If I'm not mistaken, I think he can't. What did he have? $90 million in pocket last year? Come on now. Monte Carlo says starts from Georgia. Jesse contract going to be up. in a year or so. Oh, absolutely. Listen, I'd say bring them in here, and I know they basically kind of play the same type of safety, but shoot, the way I see Starks playing, I'll take Starks in a heartbeat. Lo said we got to get a legit number 2 cornerback. That's my move too. That's what I got to do. Jack Spade in the house, man. What is going on, brother? How you doing? Y'all make sure y'all check Jack Spade out on One Time for the Fan. Him and T-Will, Carrie, all his cast of characters over there doing their thing. He said, Grady here to stay, restructure. David gone. Listen, it's not even about, I would love for Grady to stay, but I can't have Grady stay at that number if I'm a numbers guy. I just can't have him stay at that number. And it depends on what he thinks. Can Grady command, if we were to cut Grady right now, would any team pay Grady Jarrett $20 million a year? No. His biggest value is here in Atlanta. Really. Demetrius says, I thought about us trying to get Joey Bosa after the Chargers released him, but I don't know because he's going to want to get paid, and I think he's injury prone. If he signed a contract under $5 million, I'd take him in a heartbeat. He's not going to do that. I just can't. After the Judon experiment last year, I think our gums are bleeding from that. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Was that Dexter Owens in the house? What's up, Dexter? How you doing now? He said, Woodard, Judon, and Harold will give us a good rotation. It wouldn't cost a lot of money. Rotation would be 3 of them with Trice, AK, and Harrison. Listen, I'm excited. I know a lot of people are lukewarm on Ebiketie. Ebiketie is, because we are so slack in the pass rush business. I mean, because we are, I just feel like Ebiketie gets such a bad rap. He really does. I don't think he's bad. He is what he is. I think Ebiketie is kind of like a rotational type person. And I think that's what he does. I don't think from Ebiketie's standpoint, he's ever going to be a 15 sack type of guy. I think he's meant to be a 6 to 8 type of dude, 6 to 8 sack type dude. I don't think it's going to get that much. Doing stuff with CJ in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing? He said, because these kids don't know about music. It's a hard thing trying to tell these folks about music these days, man. I hate to be that old fogey that thinks that way, but unfortunately, that's what it is. I think a lot of the kids these days, they don't listen to stuff like we do. They don't they really don't. So from that standpoint, I guess I have to listen to what little Bruno Mars does. I guess Bruno Mars is probably more known for R&B stuff than true R&B people are. David says, kids today are too busy twerking. We loved grinding, and you can't really grind to the youngsters' music these days. Look, I feel like I don't know. And I know most of the people here, I don't know the ages or the demographics that y'all have, but I'm just one of those guys that I love my old school music. I love my old school music. I do. Love it, love it, love it. Trying Travis says go and get Asante Samuel Jr. on a 1 year prove it deal. Cut David Onyemata and replace him with Jonathan Allen. Draft starts from Georgia to pair him with Jesse. The starts thing, I really don't think starts is going to be here. I don't think he's going to be here because I don't think he's going to be available. I really don't. I honestly don't think he's going to be available. That's the part that's kind of bothersome for me. Jonathan Allen would be good. I'm kind of wondering what his injury situation is. Is he truly going to be healthy? So I don't know. Dan the Man, what's going on, Dan the Man? How you doing? So cold-hearted now since the independent bad B culture took over. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that most definitely. Dexter said to answer your question about R&B love songs in this generation, it's because we millennials and them demons after us were born in the Harlot area trying to keep it PG. I appreciate you doing that, man, knowing how I am, Dexter. But there's probably, you're right. You really are. You're absolutely correct. I think there is a lot. There's a lot of folks there who some of the stuff and the music they listen to, I don't know. I just don't know what to say. It's tough. Retro G in the house. What's going on, Retro G? How you feeling, brother? Thanks for coming on here. Uncle Steve, y'all make sure y'all again hit the like button if you get a chance to. Whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. DJ says when draft day hits, Big Low gonna have the big Falcons chain on while smoking a cigar with Icy by Gucci Mane playing in the background. Now, I will tell you, if he does that, I will add. No. I better not say that because he'll do it, and then I have to. I'll follow through. You know what? Forget what I just said. I'm not going to. Oh man. No. Island Mike in the house. What's going on, man? He said, bye-bye Pitts, Brady, and Onyemata. Now, I'll say from a standpoint of when you start talking about Pitts, I would have got rid of Pitts. I would have got rid of Pitts by trade before. I would have. Pitts is one of the guys that can probably go to. I really think he can. Philip, what's going on, Philip? He said, the way Penix played, which was great. Do you think he learned anything from Kirk, or what Kirk was just in his way? I think Kirk was. I don't want to sit here and crap on Kirk from games 1 through 9. If you really break it down, though, my son and I went through this the other day. We literally went game by game. If Michael Penix learned anything from Kirk, maybe he learned preparation. Maybe he got an idea to see a veteran in action. But I want y'all to really go back and look at all the games with Kirk Cousins. Aside of whatever hex, or whatever he had on Tampa Bay, because obviously he loves Tampa Bay. Threw for dang near 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions against them. Aside of them, what real game did Kirk have solidly all the way through? Be honest. Be honest. Tell me in Atlanta, Tell me what quality game Kirk Cousins had aside of the 2 Tampa games where he was player of the week, I think, both times. Aside of those 2 games, he had a decent game against Dallas, but it was Dallas and they were whatever. So to answer your question, I think he learned maybe how to prepare like a pro, just to learn how to do that, Philip. Other than that, not a lot more. Barbara, how you doing? What's going on? The topic is, Barbara, give me 3 roster moves that you would make. 3 roster moves that you would make to make the Atlanta Falcons successful in 2025. That's what we're talking about. Carlos said, man, I know who not to bring my woman around. Hey, man, come on now. Oh, man. Nah, them notes, man. Them notes be sometimes. Oh, man. I try, man. A lot of auto-tune. Barbara said, wonder if Kurt tried to sabotage Penix in some way. I don't trust him. Kurt knows he didn't earn that $90 million. We were in a bad place, man. We needed him. We needed Kurt more than Kurt needed us. Speaking of needing somebody more than they need, like when I went to the local paper and I said I needed some low-end, cheap background singing, only one person applied. And he came right up. Only one person.
Wow.
Fit the bill.
Wow.
My good friend, Big Low Country Sports.
Wait a minute. I think he froze up. Uh-oh. I think I froze up on us, y'all. Daggone. Well, I'm going to take this opportunity, since we're on Uncle Steve's channel, to go ahead and acknowledge who the lead singer of Southern Silk is. First of all, I'm Big Low Country, lead singer of Southern Silk. Uncle Steve always backs me up all the time. So, you can just disregard everything that you're hearing on that.
See, let me tell you what happened. You came in and sabotaged my show so bad that it knocked me off. It knocked me off the whole. I was like, no, seriously. I'm sitting over here on the computer, right? As soon as I brought you up, the thing just went to crap.
Oh, man. Daggone.
I don't know what happened. It's restarting right now, but I'm on the phone. Everybody, welcome Big Low Country Sports in the house, man. What is going on, my friend?
Man, we trying to make it. Make it, man.
I don't even know what just happened. I don't know what just happened to my thing there.
My computer do that sometimes when I bring people on too. So,
dude, but to cut all the way off, I mean, it did.
I ain't never cut off now,
dude. It went to a whole restart. It's literally restarting as we speaking right now. But while we are doing the restart on here, man, what is going on, my brother? Hope everything is going well with you, man. What's going on in the house of Big Low?
Man, ain't nothing going on this way, man. I'm excited because the time is springing forward. So I'm gonna have a little bit more daylight for outside activities. So I'm definitely excited about that. Weather's getting better. I just whipped up on Jack Spade and golf on Friday. So
Jack Spade, man, he's an interesting character. I went in line because y'all don't know I got it like that sometimes. I know before the tickets come out on sale to go to the away games. I got in line and I saw what I thought was Jack Spade. I went and I was like, "Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, Jack, and it was a cardboard copy sitting in front of the ticket, in front of the ticket place, and he was trying to get ahead of me in line to get his tickets.
That sound like Jack.
If you remember the story in Philadelphia, it was me and I turned around and I looked over on the side and I looked down the row and I saw Jack Spade in there, trying to do his thing and cut in front of me. But
oh, Jack, what?
So
I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him.
Jack losing on two ways, in golf and in tickets. So shout out to Big Jack, man. Shout out to Big Jack, man. So listen, while I'm waiting for this and it's almost there, almost back. Give me your three moves that you would make, Lo.
Okay.
Three moves, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be anything specific. It can be free agent. It could be a cost-cutting move. It could be draft. Give me three moves that you would say this would lead to the Atlanta Falcons having some postseason action for the first time in 7 years.
Woo. Man, so I would say, well, you know what? I'm not even going to say get a pass rusher because I think that elephant's in the room.
Oh,
so I'm not even gonna say get a pass rusher. So I know we need a number 2 cornerback. We need a legitimate number 2 cornerback.
Yes.
That way, I feel like Raheem Morris didn't trust his secondary as far as his cornerbacks as much last year. I feel like that's why they were playing back so far. So yeah, I think you need a cornerback. Right. I think you need more skilled linebackers. I heard it's looking like Nate Lamb is going to be hitting free agency.
Yes.
So
they took the tender off. He had a tender on there, so he's passed on anyway.
So yeah, I mean, if you could, I heard you mention it earlier. If you could get a Sherwood, I think that would be a really, really good addition. Mm-hmm. And look, I know a lot of people are worried about the people who we might be losing. I think you made a really good point earlier. As far as Yamada and Grady Jarrett. Now, sources that I heard, are saying that looking like Grady's going to be restructuring.
Okay, good.
From what I'm hearing now.
Good.
Good. But I think Yamada's out the door.
Okay, and that's fine. And I don't. And I was even saying, I didn't mind. I put the caveat there to say if they restructured him, I'm cool.
Yeah.
If they restructured him, I love me some Grady Jarrett. Love what he stands for in this city. Love what he's been. I mean, he's been here through the long haul, so I can appreciate him and what he means for the city. But I also can't pay Grady Jarrett $20 million this year. Knowing I'm not even sure, and I'm respectful to these young cats going to get their money.
Yeah,
but I can't give him $20 million for the production in a year in the past couple of years. While we talking about money, man, talk about Myles Garrett, brother. Boy. Just real quick. It's funny how you go from man, I don't want nothing to do to Cleveland with I'm back in a matter of I told Tyler earlier today, I said Myles Garrett just had 2 words on his IG today. My bad.
My bad. That's what it was. My bad, y'all. My bad. Man.
Speak on that, man. What do you think?
$40 million make you do a lot of things,
bruh.
$40 million make you do a lot of things. Look, it'll make you be a big fish in a small pond. I know that. Boy, goodness,
man. His agent came out today and said, talking about Cleveland the Cat. And I know that's right. Look, I look, he ain't gotta
The
I don't
agent need to be going to Canton too. Like you playing.
Look, that agent need to be in the Hall of Fame to give $40 million. And this is the other thing, Lo. This for the Atlanta Falcons, and tell me what you think about this. I really feel like this might have smashed any dream of getting Trey Hendrickson, because I really feel like not only were we going to have to trade him, he was going to want a contract extension.
Yeah.
And with the money you just seen in the last, 72 hours between Max Crosby and Myles Garrett. So you're talking about the $30 million in with Crosby. Now you're talking a $40 million in with Myles Garrett. I would put Trey Hendrickson. This was I would rank. I would be Myles Garrett, in my opinion, of the top edges. Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, and TJ Watt are in tier 1.
Yes.
I think the tier right below them, tier 1A, would be, you got to put Hendrickson in there. He's got 34 sacks in the last 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
So you got to put him in there. Do you think that pretty much gets us out of the running when you start talking about Hendrickson? And because the Falcons, not with the Kurt situation we got right now, we can't afford to do that, right?
Nah, we can't. We can't. Unfortunately, it's looking like we're probably going to be doing what we always have done. We're going to go off and get an edge rusher 2-3 years past his prime. I'm hearing Von Miller got released, and Khalil Mack, he's not coming back to the Chargers. I feel like it's going to be one of those types of guys that's going to, and they're going to give us the same story that they always give us, the same one that they gave us with O.C. Umenyiora, and the same one that they gave us with Dwight Freeney.
That's
hey, they're going to, try to teach these young guys how to get after the quarterback. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, we need somebody who can actually get after the quarterback right now. But unfortunately, this is the situation we put ourselves in.
I do feel like there could be some possibilities when you start thinking about the Josh Sweats of the world. Landry, who was just released from Tennessee, you could have some type of that could be kind of interesting to see what he's going to command on the market. I think I would take a flyer on him when you start talking about. Say what now?
Yeah, he fits the scheme.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He fits the scheme. So that'll definitely be a that'll definitely be a good look.
It's an upgrade from whatever we have now, and I think that's the thing that I'm trying to, when people are saying, no, it's got to be him. Even Micah Parsons, that, the little meme with the guy with the yellow suit that be rubbing his hands coming behind the tree. That's Micah Parsons today.
Oh, Spice Adams. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Micah Parsons today, he was like, oh, real? That's what we doing?
Man.
That's what we doing?
Okay, then.
Micah Parsons about to get broke off.
He's house shopping. He's house shopping right now.
Listen,
he's on Zillow right now. Like,
he's on Zillow, but the problem is he don't know whether he needs to shop in Dallas or not. But he's getting ready to shop somewhere.
He's shopping somewhere.
He's shopping somewhere.
No. So he's shopping for the other house. He ain't shopping for the. He's like, yeah, it's looking like, I don't know if he has a significant other. He's like, yeah, it's looking like $35 million a year, baby.
Bruh. At least, well, like I said before, I really feel, and I mean, yeah, you got to give Hendrickson his due. But Micah Parsons can't be over 27, right?
Nah.
What is Micah Parsons? He got to be what?
He came to the league with Kyle Pitts. I remember that.
So that's what I'm saying. So you're talking about younger and productive? Bruh, he might get $1 more than Myles Garrett, to be honest with you.
And he plays multiple positions.
Exactly. So as much as he was kind of like a pipe dream before, I mean, you gotta, put him on that list of people that you just say, like, man, dude, that's that's one of those deals you gotta look at and say, well, if I got some money, one of these teams that got a lot of cap room, I'm pretty sure old Michael would give you at least a little bit of love, I guess, right?
Man, he's 25.
25?
He's
Oh yeah,
25.
right. He about to get paid.
Young Thundercat.
He about to get paid.
You got
I
well, you can't. I don't know if you can see it on your phone, but you do got Superman chat.
Talk to me. Oh, I got to see. Okay, you know what? I'm almost up. I'm getting ready to get it. Why don't you handle that for me and give them one of those big time Superman chats for me, brother, while I get we hooked up over here.
Okay, I got you. Shouts out to John with the eye test. He says, I need one of them mouth breathing, drop stomach, concrete ankle shoes, nose tackles, his backup, and just a paroled death row electric chair linebacker as his backup. Goodness gracious, John. Man, that's rough right there. Appreciate you, John. That's that dun da da. That's a Superman chat. Goodness gracious. I think you muted. You good, Okay, all right. But look, I'm not mad at you, John. If you get you one of those, we definitely gonna need a nose tackle. Somebody to play inside that, that one technique or that three technique. As far as looking at your guys like Grady Jarrett, I think that's the big difference because old Grady, he's one of those people. He's more of an attacking guy. He's a little bit of the smaller side when it comes to playing that defensive tackle position. But you look at the type of guy that you're looking at. One of those guys. Mouth breathing.
Better.
Oh yeah. You in there now? You in there like swimwear?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Jesus, man.
Oh man, Devontae just went to the Rams. Devontae Adams.
Okay, I see a couple of them. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, CJ. Devontae Adams, 2-year deal, $46 million, which includes $26 million guarantee. Also, while we're talking, unfortunately, looks like Jamie Sherwood is staying with the Jets. 3-year deal, $45 million, $30 million, $30 million guaranteed. That's a Drew Rosenhaus production, so he ain't playing with his money.
Oh man.
So those are two moves that the Sherwood move kind of throws him off as far as that's concerned. Let me see if you can hear me low. Anybody else, can y'all hear me out in the chat? Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. I think I see the one comment that says he couldn't hear me. So if they
you just went out again. Yeah, Unc, you just went out. Is your mic plugged in all the way? No, we can't hear you. Well, I can't hear you. Yeah, John said, "Nah, you can't hear you right now either." Nah, no, we can't hear you. Okay, all right. You gonna go out and come back? Okay, ain't no problem, man. Doggone, I jumped on here. I just messed Uncle Steve's show up, man. I definitely apologize. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. You gonna jump back in? You gonna jump out, jump in? Yeah. So, being in a situation where we we're not able to get Sherwood, that's definitely hurting. I think C. Freeman Bay might be just running a little bit late. If you go to live as far as where we're at right now in the stream, and let us know. But Yeah, I can't hear you. Nah, I can't hear you. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You gonna okay? You gonna stop it? Okay, I'm still gonna shut it down. Okay, okay, gotcha. All right. Okay, so you said 2 minutes, y'all. 2 minutes. I think he gonna start the show back up, right? You gonna start the show? Okay, so he said 2 minutes. He gonna start the show back up, y'all. All right.